You're watching KITV Morning News.
Good morning. It is straight up 6 o'clock. It is the 26th of May. It is Tuesday. Thanks for waking up with KITV Morning News. I'm Chris Saldana.
And I'm Ashley Roberts, in for Allison Miller, who is still on maternity leave.
And we do have continuing coverage of the flooding around Central Texas this morning. Overnight, rising waters left 8 people needing to be rescued from their homes. We're going to be checking in on more on this and giving you more updates from this region.
And then over on Shoal Creek, we have flood waters that have left several businesses damaged. We have Fred Cantu there, and he has the latest on the recovery efforts.
Oh, and you're going to want to check this out. This is a tornado that was captured out in LaGrange. One of our viewers sent us this footage from one of our viewers, and we can tell you how many tornadoes have hit Central Texas as of Monday.
And then taking a look at our radar right now, Jordan Steele said storms have passed through, but now we're just dealing with still flash flooding that's taking place as we speak.
And he is tracking more storms. We're going to be checking in with him. We do have team coverage of the severe weather this morning. Juliette Dreyer following a neighborhood evacuation in eastern Travis County. Fred Cantu standing by with the latest on the situation near Shoal Creek as businesses start the cleanup efforts. Christiane Uribe will be joining us with keeping her eyes on the road this morning. But we begin with storm tracker meteorologist Jordan Steele, who's standing by. Jordan, what you got?
Good morning, you guys. Yes, flash flood warnings in effect, full force today all across Central Texas. We had record rainfall yesterday. I've been showing you the numbers. Record rainfall for a 24-hour period, record rainfall for the entire month, and that goes back all the way to the 1800s. So super impressive. We obviously have a lot of the rivers running extremely high. Flash flood warning in effect still until 7:45 a.m. this morning for places out towards Fayette County because we've had some lingering leftover moisture early this morning. Of course, we're still battling some of the runoff we had just yesterday. Look at this. This is a house out in Round Rock. High flood waters right behind this home. Another image that was sent in from one of my Twitter friends, Joseph. He says it was running extremely high. I want to say this might be the Brushy Creek area. I don't know exactly where it is. It might also be off Highway 79. I know we've got creeks running just to the south of that, but police had to shut down this bridge as the flooding waters were all the way to the top where cars usually drive on and pass, and you can see all the debris there. So super impressive rainfall amounts leading to some of this flooding, and we're still going to be dealing with that for the next couple of days. So flood operations still into effect today. Floodgates are open right now at Wirtz Dam towards LBJ and Starkey Dam in and around Marble Falls. Hoping to see a lot of the rivers subside as we've got some fog this morning and some sunshine expected later today. We'll get to your forecast numbers in just a moment. Let's send it over to Alex Boyer with more updates on some of the conditions going on out there this morning.
Jordan, thank you. We continue to follow all of that flooding all throughout Central Texas. As we know, Fred Cantu is standing by along businesses literally flooded on Lamar Boulevard. But first, let's send it over to Juliette Dreyer, who is live near the Blake Manor Road and FM 969. Now, to put that in perspective, that is the Easy Bend Drive neighborhood there, and that's where 8 people were trapped overnight between 2 low water crossings. Juliette, this morning, I understand, thankfully, those people are safe.
And that's the best scenario we could have hoped for in this situation. But as we're getting closer to rush hour, we're starting to see some cars driving down this road, this FM 969, and they're having to turn around because the road is still blocked here behind me. And as you mentioned, in total, there were 8 people who became trapped between 2 low water crossings here on FM 969. 3 of those people were rescued by helicopter, 1 of them on foot, and 4 decided to wait it out at a gas station on higher ground. At its peak, the water was about 5 feet over the roadway, and that made it difficult for rescue crews to get into the area. That's why APD's Air 1 helicopter was the best option at the time. While this was happening, there were also several 911 calls from nearby residents in homes concerned about the rising water. One woman told KITV her sister, brother-in-law, and their 5 kids all live in the area.
Their neighbor ran and told them, get y'all important documents. Y'all need to get at a high-rise shelter, where the roof, anything like high, they need to get to. And like I said, we have my nephews over there. My oldest is 14. My oldest nephew is 14, and my youngest is 3 months.
Austin Travis County EMS officials tell us they did go door to door in the neighborhood, but the homes only had light flooding, so residents are allowed to stay. And if these water levels do rise up again, they recommend you stay inside if you can do that at all. Meanwhile, FM 969 here at Dunlap and Taylor Lane, between those 2 roads, are closed. They said that they were hoping to get it open within the next couple hours, but that was a few hours ago, so we're hoping any minute now these roads will reopen. Now, we do have Fred Cantu live at Shoal Creek. And Fred, what are you seeing over there?
Well, the good news is that Lamar is open through this area, so if your commute takes you through here, you're fine. However, if you're going to stop here to try to do some shopping today, it's going to be a little treacherous, because take a look at the sidewalks. they're just covered with mud, and that's going to really slow you down, and it's also pretty slippery. We had a lot of water on this section of Lamar between 9th and 10th Streets with yesterday's rains, and I can even show you the water mark. It's right here. So we're talking chest-high water at this mattress shop here on North Lamar, and we did notice some damage. I mean, they tried to raise the merchandise up as high as possible, but clearly there are signs that they were not able to save a lot of the merchandise inside this shop. Same thing for the Goodwill next door, and across the street there's a couple of bars and a 7-Eleven. All of these also suffered the same kind of damage back in the 1981 Memorial Day flood. And was talking a little bit earlier about how the city depends on the creeks for drainage of stormwater. So all of that record rainfall in North Austin yesterday made its way to Shoal Creek, and then Shoal Creek made its way down here, heading for Lady Bird Lake. And right before it gets to us, it has to make a turn. But when you're talking that much water, certainly it was not able to make that turn and ended up on this section of Lamar. But again, the good news right now is that Lamar is open if you are heading out there. Let's see if there are any other traffic problems out there with Christiane.
Yeah, let's check in on that right now. We do have one major crash to worry about. It is an injury crash. Fire is on the scene of this now. It's going to be at Powell Lane and Georgian Drive, so just be cautious as you travel through that area. You do want to stick to the frontage road over on 183. There is no alternate route to take in that area. I tried checking to see if anything runs parallel to those streets. Not at this time. Also, we have a traffic hazard on Burnett Road and Galt Lane. And today, it's a great day to check atxfloods.com. We have 475 closings at this time, so make sure you double check that before you head on out. Alex.
Have either canceled classes or delayed them this morning as a result of all of that record rain. Let's get right to some of those closures so you have an idea before you head out this morning. Now, canceled classes include Wimberley ISD, Bastrop ISD, Blanco ISD, and Smithville ISD. And then also there are some districts with 2-hour delays. They're right on your screen. They include Luling ISD, Lockhart, and Taylor ISDs. And then also we want to show you some additional 2-hour delays. They include Prairie Lee ISD, Lexington, and Gerald ISD. And remember, you can find all of these closures and delays in the ticker that is running across the bottom of your screen. You see it right there. We'll keep that up all morning long. That way you'll have an idea if anything should change throughout the morning. And also, as you're waking up this morning, some 6,000 people are without power due to storms in the Bastrop area. Now, Bluebonnet Cooperative Electric says that they're working on the problem as fast as they can, but say that flash flooding has hampered their efforts. Now, power has been restored to hundreds of customers so far, but they say it could take up to 48 hours in order to fully restore that. And then also new this morning, Mayor Steve Adler has issued a statement about all of this recent flooding. He says, quote, "We can all be proud and grateful for the work our emergency response and public safety staff have put in over the past 72 hours. Our thoughts and prayers go out to local residents affected by all of the flooding and to our neighbors in Hays County. We'll pull together as one community," end quote. And Chris and Ashley, clearly a lot of people are in desperate need of help this morning, and I understand that you have some information as to how the community can really pitch in.
Yeah, we are. We want to share that here at KITV. We do care. We want to help Central Texas recover from this historic floods that have hit over these past few days.
Starting tomorrow, right here on KITV Morning News, we're teaming up with the American Red Cross to collect monetary donations that will go directly to our neighbors in need. There will be Red Cross representatives on hand tomorrow morning starting at 4:30. KI Cares is proud to serve Central Texas.
More coverage as we come back. Here's a live picture from where Juliette Dreyer is at in eastern Travis County. There were some evacuations that happened overnight. We're going to check in with her. Also, Fred Cantu in central Austin to giving us an idea downtown area of what businesses are having to deal with this morning, trying to clean up. We're back after this.
Time-saver traffic and weather together every 10 minutes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off with a look outside. We're starting to see some fog and a little bit of some sun, a mix of both. Man, give us the sun. What We need some help out there for sure. 66 degrees, your current temperature out the door right now in downtown Austin. Taking a look at your visibility charts, the fog seems to be improving in Georgetown. Now 9 miles visibility. About 15 minutes ago, it was about 1 or less. Burn it. Increasing visibility, same thing in Llano, so that'd be nice. An update in Bastrop. Need to give you a heads up if we are in the Bastrop area waking up with us this morning. We've got the flood waters expected to reach major crest level later today and into tonight, so please be careful. We also got an update from a viewer at Skip. He says he checked his rain gauge, 6.6 inches of rain since yesterday. That puts 30 inches on the year to date. Very impressive. More weather updates in just a moment. Let's get to Christiane with a traffic update.
We're taking a look right now at our traffic tracker at Powell and Georgian Lane. Right now, we do have both fire and police on the scene of this. It is a vehicle rescue and an injury wreck, so right now they are there. It's a very distraction, so be sure to leave with time for delays if you're traveling through that area. It does look closed right now, so be sure to stick to the 183 Frontage Road. But right now, that's the only crash we have working at this time. But we have a lot of flood coverage happening at this time, so stay with us and we'll be sure to update you on that at this time.
Time now is 6:16. Here's a live look at the traffic in Houston. They are now getting a lot of rain. We're told 6 to 10 inches, Jordan says, from the storm that started overnight. So we'll be checking in and seeing what's going on in Houston throughout the morning if things do get pretty crazy out there. Meantime, in other news, ISIS continues to gain ground in the Middle East and now has its sights set on the Iraqi capital of Baghdad, along with the way it has taken over ancient cities, murdered innocent people, and destroyed priceless relics. Ryan Noble joins us live in Washington with more on how the American government is now reacting. Good morning, Ryan.
Hey, good morning to you, Chris. And it's led to a war of words here in Washington. This morning, new information about the Iraqi military starting a counter-offensive against ISIS in the Anbar province. Their hope is to hold them off from Baghdad. This, as Defense Secretary Ash Carter has said that the Iraqi military has not shown the will to fight. The Obama administration believes that Iraq must defend itself in the fight against ISIS, but the terror group's march has Republicans questioning that strategy. ISIS took over the city of Ramadi, which is important strategically in relation to Baghdad. The unstable situation has Republican hawks like Senator John McCain calling for U.S. boots on the ground. McCain believes the Iraqi forces are unable to do the jobs themselves. He's demanding a new strategy from the White House. The Obama administration has been resistant to a major troop investment in the fight against ISIS. Meanwhile, the terror group's bloody campaign continues. They've already taken over the ancient Syrian city of Palmyra. Along the way, they've killed 250 people over just the past 2 weeks. And Chris, 13 of those victims were children.
Ryan Noble is live for us in Washington, D.C. this morning. Thank you, Ryan, for that. We'll be following you guys again, chatting with you tomorrow. Thanks. Meantime, back home, continuing coverage of the major flooding that has hit all over central Texas.
In Bastrop, people have been allowed to return to their homes after evacuations were ordered when a small dam broke near Bastrop State Park. This is video from eastern Tahitian Village, just south of Highway 71, where debris and rushing water still covered the roadway late into the night. Right now, the road remains closed since it is impassable. Bastrop officials say they want to keep travel to a minimum. And also happening right now, Cap Metro is asking riders to allow extra time for their commuters this morning.
If you depend on Cap Metro, listen up. They're keeping an eye on the weather conditions and any impact that it could have on bus and train service. If we do get any maybe delays or any routes that are closed because of the flooding that happened overnight from yesterday, we'll be sure to post it online and let you know. So make sure you follow us on KITV.com and also on our app. Now, the damage is so widespread, it's hard to get a real feel for what many people are going through.
But social media is playing a vital role in getting that message across to all people across the world. And in Central Texas, KITV's Alex Boyer joins us in the studio with a look at some of the powerful images that are posted overnight. And Alex, some of them are just hard to believe.
Oh, it's incredible. And within the last couple of hours, we've gotten 30 new pictures posted online. So a lot of people, I think, as they're waking up this morning, they're starting to see all of that damage. And every single one of these pictures tells a different heartbreaking story. Now, as you're waking up this morning, we're just getting a peek at what Mother Nature has really done to Central Texas. Take a look at this. One person posting, "Rest in peace, House Park 2011 to 2015. You can see a car that is floating in the distance there. Pretty incredible. Another shot here. This person is saying, yikes. You can see the skyline of downtown Austin in the background. And again, some cars just floating in the waterway here. And then another one here, this one of the video, just showing the sheer magnitude of all of that running water. You can see some of the people there standing in the distance, and this woman trying to tread through some of that water. It says, my girlfriend's parking lot and apartment building next to Waller Creek and in ATX. So clearly a lot of pictures coming in. If you're seeing damage in your area and would like to share your pictures, please post them to the KITV Facebook page or on Twitter at KITV and use the hashtag KIWeather. Live in the studio, Alex Boyer, KITV Morning News.
All right, Alex, 30 new images in just a matter of minutes from people as they are waking up.
And then towards the end of the day, as the storm was shifting east, people were posting images of the cloud cover. We had what's called the Mattis clouds coming through. It was mind-boggling.
Like marshmallows up there.
That's
like
a good way to say it.
And you've been tracking the weather thing, the traffic?
Yeah, we still have that injury crash happening now. We actually have our traffic tracker there, so we'll give you a view of that in just a few minutes. But, you know, what can we expect as far as weather-wise today?
Lake levels, you said.
Lake levels. I wanted to start there because we're actually seeing a lot of the runoff going right into Travis, into Buchanan. So that's where we're going to start. Lake Travis right now. Check this out, you guys. I love reporting this. 62% full, Lake Travis specifically. When we combine Travis and Buchanan, 53% full. Let me focus on Travis yet again because we're actually seeing the peak in its recovery. So this is good. We go back several years. On the bottom is going to be a timetable of different years. That's going to be different lines that we're seeing. The blue line is 2011. We're actually surpassing our May lake levels back in 2011. And of course, we're looking only 16 feet below our normals right now. This is great. I haven't seen this in obviously several years. So that's the good news. The bad news, flooding still continuing. Floodgates are open right now in a couple locations, mostly out in the hill country, LBJ out towards Wirtz Dam and around LBJ, and Starkey Dam around Marble Falls. A couple gates are open, letting some of the runoff move through. Hoping today to see a lot of that, a lot of those rivers subside as we've got a little bit of fog this morning, but we're going to see some sunshine as we go into midday. Let me show you a couple of locations that we're concerned with. This is going to be out towards Bastrop, but let's first focus in on the Austin area out towards Travis. We've got Barton Creek, which is seeing a flooding situation this morning. The area in green, that's going to be flood warnings. We also have it out towards Onion Creek, closer to Del Valley, where we're seeing lots of runoff and swampy lands. And then around Bastrop, all of this is going to trickle down the lower Colorado River and eventually hit the Bastrop area. So I want to focus on you folks in Bastrop right now because currently the reading out at the lower Colorado River in the Bastrop location is sitting in the action stage. That was at 3 o'clock this morning. It's going to shoot up to about the major flood stage later on tonight and into early tomorrow morning hours. Once it does that, it won't last long before it starts to recede again. However, you need to take precautions today if you have anything by the riverbanks, which I hope you don't because we've already had flooding situations in that territory. This was Round Rock last night. Another image in the Round Rock area coming in from Twitter as folks continuing to battle a lot of this. Lots and lots of water. In fact, so much water it's going over bridges. The police officers had to stop motorists from going over the bridge as they had a bunch of debris spilling over and all that water moving over into that territory. So what's today? Today we're going to start off with some clouds and hopefully getting in a mix of sunshine in there. Your temperatures are going to start off in the 70s and warm into the 80s by the afternoon, eventually topping out possibly in the upper 80s, maybe even a low 90 as we have a couple of storms possible late tonight that can move through parts of the hill country. So we'll keep rain in your forecast through the rest of this week, isolated at that, becoming more numerous towards Thursday and Friday, temperatures warming up. 6:23 is your time. Let's now get a traffic update with Christiane.
Okay, let's take a look right now outside at our traffic tracker. We do still have the car over on the scene of Georgian and Powell Lane. Right now we have both firefighters and police officers there on that injury wreck, so be sure to avoid that area. There's not really an alternate route that you can take, so be sure to stick to at least 183 over on the frontage road if you're planning on running parallel over to Powell Lane. But let's switch on over to our traffic maps and show you how everything is looking right now. We do still have that injury wreck. This is the area where it is working at this time. We also have a traffic hazard on Burnett Road and Galt Lane, and then we have another traffic hazard to report. There's debris in the roadway over on Wells Ranch Parkway and Thermal Drive, but you can expect some debris all over town, so be sure to leave early if you can. Guys.
All right, thanks a lot. We are also covering other news of the day that is happening, so we want to get you up to date on some of this. New details this morning, the death of blues legend B.B. King.
Yeah, an autopsy has been performed after King's family members say his death was due in part to foul play. Two of his daughters, Patty King and Karen Williams, make the accusations in identically worded affidavits. Both read, "I believe my father was murdered," and that he was administered foreign substances. The daughters allege King was poisoned by two of his closest aides. Initial autopsy results have found no evidence to substantiate the allegations. And retailer PacSun is pulling an American flag shirt from the shelves this morning after it sparks controversy instead of unity.
So we want to go ahead and show you the shirt. Here's the shirt in question. It features an upside-down American flag, which symbolizes a nation in distress. Well, a shopper in Alabama took to social media about the shirt, and shoppers chimed in. This happened Monday afternoon. PacSun decided to stop selling the shirt, releasing a statement which reads in part, quote, out of respect for those who have put their lives on the line for our country, we have decided to stop selling the licensed flag t-shirt, and we're removing it from our stores and our website immediately. And new this morning, a Marine's emotional moment with his future bride is caught on camera, and he's also capturing the hearts across the nation.
Take a look at this picture. It shows Corporal Caleb Earwood holding his bride's hand around a door frame. Earwood wanted to pray for their marriage before the ceremony took place over the weekend, but he didn't want to jinx seeing things, seeing the bride before she walked down the aisle. Very classic. Their photographer says he felt lucky to be at the right place and capture the moving moment. I love that picture.
They're both in awe about that. That's great. What a good picture. All right, school delays and closures. After all of this severe weather, we are going to bring you the latest and let you know which delays are happening and which schools are closed today.
And now that the sun is up, you're looking live near on Lamar near Shoal Creek. Fred Cantu will have the latest on damage to businesses from floodwaters in just a few minutes. How about a Smoky Bo's barbecue breakfast tacos for the whole office? All you have to do is go to our Facebook page to win. There you just click on Inside KITV and sign up for breakfast from Smoky Bo's.
It's worth $50 and we pick a winner every Friday. Could you be this Friday's winner? Try it out. Good luck. We'll see you back here in just a bit.